Alright guys, today is the day we're recording the first video for Country Road Uncut. Country Road Custom Design is my main channel, and that's mainly focused on art related things, painting or ring making or just things of that nature. And I have posted videos relating to like automotive repair or some types of other DIY kind of stuff, but it doesn't really fit that channel, so I figured I would start this channel, and this can be just my outlet for anything from tips and tricks for repairing things maybe, or I like to game, so maybe I might play a game, do some recording with that, but just kind of separating art and everything on this side with this channel. So I thought today I would do a little shop tour. I'm trying to clean up, do a little late spring cleaning. My basement is my workspace, and it's an old Michigan house, so you can see we have very low ceiling here, and I don't usually do a lot of big projects. That's kind of why I focus on the small art things, because it's stuff I like, but I'm kind of limited for the most part. And depending on the weather, I live in Michigan, in the wintertime I don't have a workshop that's heated, or a garage or anything like that, to be fair, but if I need to, I can go down to my parents' house. They have a workshop, or a garage anyways, and then I can use it to work on stuff. But depending on the weather and all that good stuff, this is it. So yeah, let me turn you guys around and you can see what I'm working with here. So I'm standing, I guess I'll start over here with the workbench. A lot of things in my shop are kind of repurposed or kind of cheap, if you will, just because I try not to spend a lot of money on certain things until I can kind of like upgrade stuff here and there. The tabletop or bench top here actually was an old countertop, and I just had some wood laying around that wasn't really getting used, so I made a good solid base, and that's what we got. And then I just got all the tools I use for my projects and videos and stuff like that. Try to keep all the stuff that I use the most either on the bench here or like up in here on this stuff, and then everything on like my pegboard. It kind of goes from levels of importance from high to low. So like this is stuff that I use the most often, and then we get down farther and then we just kind of get like tools that you need here and there, but I don't use them all the time. You know, just like standard hand tools. I got a little cart here. I got all my soldering stuff on there, like my soldering station and desoldering station and all that kind of stuff. So if I need to roll it to the workbench, I can just do that without having to like clear the bench off. And like some of the stuff actually has to go out to the little shed where my lawnmower is, so that's out of the way. But just kind of like a easy to access, easy to see everything. It looks kind of cluttered in the video, but it's not as bad as it might seem to you guys. On this side of the basement, just my utilities and little nooks and crannies here for storage, certain things I don't have space for out in the shed. And some of this stuff is where I store little knickknacks and parts and pieces and things for future projects or potential projects. And we got some old cabinets here that we're getting tossed, and I just got some more stuff stored in there, like I said, until I can upgrade. They work pretty good. I got this cabinet locker off of Amazon. I could just put all my sandpaper and resin and just kind of like expendable things that I try to keep dry. This works pretty good. It was actually a lot more solid than I figured it would be, considering it had to be assembled. It came flat packed, so I was pretty impressed with that. And we have our cluttered lathe table here, just an old metal lathe. I think it's like a Sears and Roebuck actually. I don't remember where it said it, but I just mainly use this like if I need to polish something, or like I've made some rings in the past. I use that to turn things with that stuff, and it was free, so that's always good. We have our furnace, which keeps us warm in the wintertime, and most of the time, you probably hear it right now, the fan's always running, so you can hear that in the background. which is annoying. And I just realized that I'm recording without my lav mic on, so it's probably going to be even more annoying, but we're going with it. I'm not stopping now. And of course, you have to have a TV in your shop. And I just kind of like threw some stuff together, so we got like a little thing on the end of the bench so I can mount this and move it over if I want to watch something, or mostly I just listen to it. But obviously you have to have your championship belt, and then just another cheap shelf for miscellaneous things. And then we have a little cabinet here. This used to be an old kitchen cabinet. I just got stuff jammed in there. Same as this thing down here. It used to be like an entertainment system somebody made. And super solid. I got my laser mounted in there. And then this is just stored with more like hardware and things of that nature. 90% of my shop is mostly storage and clutter at this point. We have another bench over here. It works for, considering my air duct is right there. I'm a little bit too tall to work under there, but it's good for storing things on until I kind of move it out of the way and just set it there. Or if I got some extra storage down there. We got a little storage cart over here. And then we got another tool chest here. Got some like actual hand tools and whatnot in there. Don't use a lot of them down here, but it's nice to have if I need something around here. And then just more typical storage in your basement. We got the old Michigan basement, so you got our stone foundation, and yeah, you got some dirt. There's a little bit of dirt down here, no big deal. Got our nice sump pump that keeps us dry for the most part. And obviously you have to have like your inspiration, so I kind of like I like Adam Savage and his channel Tested, and I like the way that he's got his shop. I wished I had his workshop, but he always has like things hanging from the ceiling, and I just think it makes it look a little bit more fun and just kind of inspiring. So that's why I just kind of got random decorative things here and there, but nothing of great use, but I still think it's kind of neat, and that's what I like. So there we go. And then of course, and then this thing here might look kind of strange, but if I could do it with one hand here. I just got my whiteboard. Need to make a better mount, but that's like I said, I just use what I have on hand, and I really haven't invested much into this. So if I need to do something for my draw it on the whiteboard for a video or just an idea, I can take it down so I can get back behind here and access the storage. But for the most part, yeah, we just try to make do with all of our space, and considering that this is like really low for me, it kind of is annoying, but you just gotta do with what you got. Alright guys, well there wasn't a whole lot to see down here, because there isn't a whole lot to see, but I figured I'd share this little workspace I got, because you don't have to have a fancy workshop to get stuff done, so just keep that in mind, I guess. Yeah. But I gotta keep cleaning. I gotta clean up some of this junk over, because I gotta get some of this stuff out of the way, and my paint rack, this actually moves out of the way sort of, so you can get into the crawl space. I have oh, I just got a notification that dinner's ready. I better hurry. Fiber optics coming in, so I don't have to spend extra money for Starlink, even though it works really good. I enjoyed the service, but fiber's faster and it's like half the price, so I can't knock it. But yeah, this is my workshop, and I gotta get back to my workshop, so I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.